Hello there. Hello, and welcome to my first edition of Pointless Arguments. Now, just do an introduction to pointless arguments. Basically, I take things that I think are pointless that I see people argue over, and I try to explain why both are pointless and why the argument is invalid. If you have any ideas for them, please feel welcome to, post a comment and tell me. I probably will do one that you ask me to do. Today, pointless argument number one is there's two of them, and they're both about Superman. The second one is probably a little bit more interesting. The first one's just kind of debunking something. Pointless argument number one: Superman has black eyes. Why is that pointless? Because not only is that invalid, there's not even any proof that, proves that theory. There really isn't. Now, the only argument you could have that Superman has black eyes is because originally in the comics he did. Well, here's a little bit of news. Every comic character used to have black eyes because the coloring and the drawing, it wasn't all that realistic, anything like that. And that's why every character just had black little circular eyes. But later on, every character started to have an eye color, which usually they would be blue. Except for, Spider-Man and a couple others, and that's fine. But Superman has blue eyes, and there really is no arguing that. Someone told me that Superman didn't get blue eyes until the 70s. And, well, not only is that not true, I mean, if that was true, I could definitely see where you're coming from, saying they only gave Superman blue eyes because Christopher Reeve did. But Superman had blue eyes in the original 1940s cartoon. That was very shortly after Superman was created. And since the animation was better well drawn, they could give him an eye color. And of course, Superman, being almost perfect and what everyone, attractive, appealing, they were going to give him blue eyes, which I like because I have blue eyes. Yes, Superman has blue eyes, and this argument spawns from the fact that Superman is not white. And the reason you say Superman is not white is because he's from Krypton. That's not an invalid argument. Not at all. That's definitely true that he's an alien. That goes along with the Goku is Asian, or Goku is white, and you can back up either of those theories. And you can also say, Goku isn't either, because he's from the planet Vegeta, and that is perfectly fine. That's valid. But Superman does have a white skin tone if you look at it that way. You don't have to consider him Caucasian because he's not from Earth, but he does have a Caucasian skin tone. There's not really any arguing that if he does have a race, he's a white person. That I know he is. And he has blue eyes. I'm sorry to anyone who doesn't think he does. Every medium Superman has ever been in, he's had blue eyes. And that includes the Superman, the animated series. When they showed a close-up of his eyes, yes, the 90s one, they showed a close-up of his eyes weren't black, they were blue. You just couldn't see them because you always see his eyes from far away. And in the Superman vs. Doomsday movie, the animated one, when he looks at his eyes in the mirror, hope I'm not spoiling this for anyone, his eyes are blue. Before we move on to the second part, which I'm guessing you have already figured it out from this image, I apologize to anyone who doesn't want to accept the fact Superman is white. It usually goes along with those people that don't like white people being stronger characters, which, that's Asian Japanese people want Goku to be Japanese, which is extremely understandable. Because, he was created in Japan. And, like I said, there's a lot of evidence going either way. So Goku is basically white or Asian, basically depending on what you think of him. But Superman is a white person, and there isn't any evidence saying he's Asian or black. He's not either. He is white. And from that, he has blue eyes. Not black, but blue. Every character has black when they're basically drawn. But when realistically drawn, he has blue. Because if you want to say he has black eyes because of that basic drawing of him, well, every character has black eyes then, and that's not an argument at all. Okay. So, moving on to the next topic. Superman versus Batman. Now, this actually really isn't a pointless argument because at first glance you'd obviously say Superman wins or Batman, and the only reason you'd support it is because Superman sucks. But yeah, Batman could win because if they were fighting, obviously Superman's not going to be trying because he doesn't want to hurt him, and Batman's going to be going all out because he's just a jerk. Or even Batman's going to be holding back too. It's just that, Batman pretty much knows Superman inside out. Batman's smarter than Superman, not by much, but he's a lot more street smart. So he can pretty much predict Superman. But you could pretty much say Batman probably win because Superman would basically let him. But you want to say Superman went totally evil, like Superman Prime, and wasn't holding back and was going to destroy anyone. Well, sure, he shoots his laser beam, Batman can dodge it, but you have to remember that Superman is faster than the speed of light. Superman just flies right behind him, but Batman doesn't see. He snaps his neck before Batman even knows what happened. There's not really arguing that. If it's a battle to the death, Batman is going to lose so badly that it's not even worth talking about, and that's the pointless argument. Batman would lose to Superman so bad that it's the equivalent to the Earth exploding. Wait, that's not really a good comparison. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's all I'm saying is if you look at Superman Prime, he destroyed the entire Justice League, and that includes Batman. While he may be stronger than Superman, Superman's still a lot stronger than Batman. And Prime defeated the Justice League easily. And he slaughtered them. And you could look at Superman, Batman, Finest Worlds. When Batman has Superman's powers, Batman isn't going to hold back nearly as much as Superman. And Batman defeated the rest of the Justice League so easily it wasn't even funny. And that's because he had Superman's powers. Superman's just a lot stronger than just about anyone else in the Justice League. Well, that about wraps up pointless arguments. Superman has blue eyes, not black, and